Hey guys, good morning. How are you? I hope you are doing well, and I hope you are taking the time to be present in every moment. It's really hard to be present in every moment, especially when you've been conditioned to constantly be fragmented. What do I mean by that? Fragmented into the past and fragmented into the future, you know? That's why, like, I don't know if you are artistically inclined in any way, shape, or form, but I feel like I think artists are fortunate in the fact that they're able to create something by entering the present moment and kind of like entering into a flow state. Does that even make sense? Yeah, like if you are artistically inclined, I'm telling you, it's magic. It's like the puzzle piece that you didn't even know you needed. Because whenever I am creating anything, whether it be this video or it be a piece of art or I'm writing, I definitely enter a radically like a place that radically puts me in a state of presence, and I enter the flow state. Flow state is where it's at. Um, yeah, I didn't really plan out my video per usual, but let's make tea. Make tea with me. Actually, today's topic I was going to touch on. I don't know. Have you ever encountered people? I don't know. I've encountered people where I literally ask them if they would prefer peace or chaos. And I want to say, if I were to ask 10 people if they preferred peace over chaos, I want to say 9, maybe 8 people would choose chaos over peace. And that just baffles me. It baffles me. It's like, why would you want chaos? I get it. I get it. Some people thrive in chaos, you know. I just obviously am not one of those people. I don't thrive in chaos. I thrive in peace. Tomato, tomato. You know, I guess you have to have the sun and the moon, the opposing extremes. What really baffles me, though, is the fact that the people who choose chaos over peace, they have like a really, I want to say, crazy life. And then they kind of don't like it. They don't like it. And they complain about it. And then I'm just like, well, you chose. You choose in every moment. You choose if you want peace, if you want chaos, if you want, you choose in every moment. Yeah, it's funny. Literally, I have 2 people that come to mind in my life that have very chaotic lives, and there's no stability. It's very reckless. It's crazy, and they always find themselves in crazy situations, but then they complain about it, and then they play the victim, and it's just like, well, you're not really a victim because you're choosing. I like to think of life as like a menu. You know when you go to a restaurant and they hand you a menu? Life is that way. It's like, what do you want to order? And if you ordered something and you don't like it, then you can't blame the cook and you can't blame the waiter and you can't blame anyone but yourself because you chose that, you know? Where was I going with this? Oh, so I woke up this morning and immediately a monk came to mind. Not any particular monk. This monk I didn't know this monk. Like, he just popped into my consciousness, and I was just like, yes, this is what I strive towards. This is being kind of like, I guess the monk to me is a reference point on how I would like to create my life and myself. Okay, so if you are on the same frequency as me and peace is your priority, you have to ask yourself, like literally sit with yourself and look at your life, take stock of the things, the people, the events, the situations that you're participating in, and then ask yourself, of all these things that I have invested into and given attention to, what is preventing me from acquiring peace? You know? And then once you pinpoint those things, you just start eliminating them. It's as simple as that. You know? Well, it's not as simple as that, because I feel like most people don't take time for themselves. Most people are not present. Most people don't give their attention towards evolution and peace, I suppose. But if you look at a monk, they're not really stressing out about much. You know, like if you were to think of a monk, like, think about it. Let me give you a visual. So a monk is usually, I don't know, sitting cross-legged with his hands and doing some kind of mudra. Not even, I never really see monks doing mudras. But they're like just sitting in place, completely calm, at peace with themselves and whatever is happening around them. And you don't see them frantically trying to do things or fix things or hold them together, or, you know, you just see them chilling. This is what I strive to do. Chill. Extreme chill. Obviously, if I'm called to action, I will be clear-minded enough to see what action needs to be taken and how to proceed in the most effortless way, but you won't see me stressing, you know? I notice, like, when I do stress, it's normally because I am reacting to someone's projection. But if I were to be completely honest, it's like not me. And the more I become adept at witnessing these things, the more I am likely to not react. Yeah, I spend a lot of time, like, literally just doing this. And it's amazing. When you stay still, it's amazing how you are so in tune with what's going on around you. And you notice that a lot of things don't require your reaction. They don't even require your attention. It's it's interesting because it's like we're so like we're programmed to chase and run and do and be and hold and try and become all these things. And when it's just like when you just sit with yourself just like this, everything is just perfect, just the way it is. And if somebody is like angry or upset or in a, I don't know, destructive state, like when you stay like this, one, you can see them clearly. Two, you can differentiate the energy. Three, it's almost like you allow and respect their decision to be that way. And four, you can choose to respond or not. I mean, you don't see people telling trees to grow. and to go this fast and to go this way. You know, the tree just is. So it's funny when you are profoundly present in the moment and you just see things as it is, and you have no expectations or no attachments or no like you're not trying to do anything but be yourself, like a tree. Everything just is perfect, honestly. You know, just the mind that creates so many issues that don't need to be there. Yeah, so that's why going back to people who choose chaos over peace, it's just really like crazy to me. I guess they need to experience chaos in order to get to a place where they actually want to be at peace. You know, maybe that's it. Yeah, and then when I was younger, I remember I was so reactive to everything. So reactive because everything felt so uncomfortable to me, you know. But as I got older and I started realizing that not everything requires a reaction, I'm just like, oh, yeah, I still catch myself like having slight knee jerk reactions to help people that are creating chaos for themselves. And then I step back and I go, you know what? Maybe they just need to go through that in order to understand that there's a different way. But by me stepping in, interfering, I'm almost like delaying their progress. Yeah. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah. I know like people who are in chaos, who choose chaos over peace. They obviously create a lot of their own problems, and they obviously participate in things that are destructive to their well-being. Um, and it's really funny to me that they don't see that they are literally choosing that, you know? I actually called a friend out on it and he started laughing. He was, I don't know, he's just been through like all these like relationships and having all these problems. And I was just like, well, you chose that, you know? And then he was like, what do you mean? Like, when I first met you, you told me that you preferred chaos. And you also said you like your women crazy. I'm like, how's that going for you? And then he laughed. I'm like, yeah, you chose it. Nobody forced your hand. You chose that. So yeah, you know, there's some people who are self-aware enough to acknowledge the fact that they are choosing that, and you have others who are still completely just like blind. Right? I'm just like, okay, you should go do that. You should continue doing that and see how that works out for you. Also, when people try to mm, project their insecurities on me and try to make me feel like I am skewed in my view, I will look at them and I will say something along the lines of, well, if you look at your life, how's that going for you? And then, you know, it's like, it forces them to self-reflect and take accountability, you know? I'm like, you're the one that's complaining all the time. You're the one that's always like, I don't know, encountering some kind of issue. So how's that going for you? Anyways, I don't know if this video was remotely interesting at all. I never know. And I also never know if I'm making sense, but thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening to my rambles. Blessings to one and all. Amen.